Hey, fight fans, welcome back to Carl Cruz MMA. Today, we got a returning guest to the show. He is 2021 PFL winner. He is Mr. Raush Manfio. And Raush, you got a contest here December 15th. You're over in Russia. You're taking on Bibert Tumenov, ACA 162. How's it going, my friend? How are you doing?
I'm feel great. Regardless, here right now is midnight. I'm still getting to get a use it with the time, but feeling great. Wedding cut's good. Training, the camp was excellent, and I'm ready to go. If the fight would be tomorrow, I would be ready. Already, really happy.
So when did you first see the opportunity, to go out and fight with ACA in Russia?
Man, I changed the persons who was working with me, like in the manage my career, because I think our goals were different. And immediately with the new management, we understood each other. Like I thought, listen, I want to fight a lot and make a lot of money, and still fighting more as I can because I'm 33 already. So we study many opportunities, and ACA gave the best deal, and I'm really happy to be here.
At this stage in your career, what's the goals for you now? Has it changed? I mean, you've already fought some big promotions, you've won a PFL championship, but what's next for you?
Yeah, I want to be champion again. If I am ACA now, I want to be ACA champion. Uh, always, 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 always. One step by step, you know. I just studied my first opponent because I need to go over him and take this match as like if it was the most important of my life, like I think it is. And but I'm hungry to achieve new things. I have a place on my house with the space to put four belts, and I already has two. I won Titan FC in 2017, PFL in 2021, and now I believe it's like every 4 years I make a title. So 2025 is there, and I'm excited to bring another belt at home. So I'm really wondering to do that and training great.
We've talked about it before, but you've had a lot of success in your career. Do you really feel like you're living the American dream right now?
Yes and no. The American dream I'm living because I bought a house with PFL. I have my green card after PFL. I have two kids, amazing American kids, my beautiful wife, and I'm really happy. So that part of my life is the American dream. But I'm not comfortable at all. It's just like I need to get a working hard to pay the bills. I need to get a uh, I need to prepare my kids' life to what it's coming. So every season of the life I'm living little by little. And the American dream is great, but not like, oh, I am comfortable now and I have nothing to do. No, actually, I'm working more than ever. New goals and, be a father in America is great, but I don't have my family from Brazil helping me. Just me and my wife against the world. So I believe it doesn't matter how rich you are. If you have to raise your kids, you don't want like babysitting raise your kids. If you're doing the right stuff, it's gonna be like exhausted. And so I'm tired. This travel to Russia for me was a blessing. Even like because now I have sometimes like only focus to the fight, no kids, no yelling, and this already the second day. I'm like excited to be here, and it's the first time I seen snow. As far as I live in America for 9 years, I never live in Florida in the winter. I hate cold, but the first time in my life I'm seeing snow, snowing outside is beautiful, and but that's it. I don't want to stay too long.
Did any of your coaches come with you, or are they coming?
Yes, Catel is coming. He came from Miami today, 9 p.m. He lands here tomorrow, 6 p.m. So, and the fight is only next Sunday, so we have a lot of time.
You know, you kind of touch upon it, but there's a lot of sacrifices to be a mixed martial artist. I feel like there's people who watch and they see the John Joneses and Poiriers and Islams, and they're like, the life of being a fighter is amazing. This looks like the best thing ever. There's a lot of ups and downs with it. You know, the
A lot.
money, you guys first starting, you're not making much money on the regional scene. Obviously, when you get to the better promotions, you know, that picks up. But a lot of guys have the 9 to 5 jobs. They have the kids, they have the wives. You have to pay to train. You have to deal with the guys who want it just as bad as you, man. You have to do this every single day to try to fight the biggest promotions in the world. You've been doing this, and what's made you keep kicking and sticking with it?
Man, it's my dream. It's just like I have goosebumps right now. When I remember when I was 13 and I watched the guys fighting in Pride FC in Japan, and I started praying, ask God like, I don't know what I need to do, but I want to live like them. I have no idea the price, the costs necessary to live in that. But I was wondering to pay. Like I never been poor in Brazil, you know. I always studied in private schools, and I never been rich also. But in Brazil, if you have a car at home, and my parents always had a car, I studied in good schools, and I could, you know, go to college and graduating in anything I wanted if I choose that way. So it was not like because my life was really struggling financial and I decide to fight. No, I really choose to fight because I have passion. Because I could be a playboy, you know, open a gym and have a successful business over there, never leaving my country and stay in the comfort zone and doing good. But I always been afraid to look back on my past and like just imagine like what would be from my life of my life if I had tried harder. Then I have a lot of fails in this journey, a lot of learnings, a lot of success. But I can tell you, I cannot look back and tell like I regret to not have tried because I really tried. I really tried with all my efforts to to follow my dream and you know give my best and like I gonna well after PFL when I gain the million I have opportunity to go back in Brazil, apply their money, put in the bank, and the profits in Brazil are ridiculous high. You make like 14% a year. So I have the opportunity to put the money over there and live good forever, like make Brazilian money would be like 25,000 a month. Then I talked with my wife and she told, that's what you want? And I told, no, I want to fly with the eagles. So I don't want to be a king in the land where the people are has just one eye. We have this dictator in Brazil, like the those who has just one eye in a blind land are the kings. I refuse. I want to fly with the eagle. So America is difficult. You know, uh, I'm living the American dream, but I'm not a citizen yet. You always need to get concerned with the next step. So, but I told like, no, this is just the beginning. I don't want to look back if I return to Brazil, put the money in that. No, I should have tried stay in America, and but I didn't because I was afraid and I was financially comfortable. For financial comfortable, I would never leave my state to go to Rio and try be a professional fighter when I was 19. I could be going doing college, so I choose comfortable or dream, and I choose dream, and I didn't regret. As far I moved to favela in Rio, and I need to return from zero, start everything again. And after PFL, the same thing. You're like, no, I want to fly with the Eagles. I want to try my best and see what God can do again. And here we are now in Russia. So I'm ready to live this season. I'm really happy to be here. I organized very points of my personal life. I think I was doing many things what stopping me to go further. I don't know, I created kind of comfort zone on my mind after PFL. And if you realize after PFL Championship, my performances didn't match 1 year before, then now I'm ready to show my best version for sure. I return to the passion because money is good, but if you're not prepared to have money, you this kind of kill you some part of you because everything become more comfortable, and the pressure is like make diamonds. And now I'm returning for the passion to know to fight because I love and what do you want, Roche? And I find myself, thank God.
After you beat Anthony Pettis, was that really one of the first milestones where you really looked at yourself and saw where this dream can take you?
Yes, definitely. And that experience to that win over Paris changed my mindset forever. I realized, okay, do not exist such monster. This is only in our minds. I am not a monster. Anyone is a monster. If you go there, concentrate to give your best, you can achieve good results. If you have the good strategy and focus and you're ready, you're ready. Don't make someone bigger or smaller. So after that fight, I told man, I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna win this for sure.
You train over at American Top Team. I mean, I think one of the best gyms, if not the best gym in the world. There's so many killers over there.
Yeah.
What led you there? Was it a no-brainer to train there?
Man, what led me to American Top Team? Like, uh, you mean like when I come from Brazil, how
Yeah.
I
Why
decided
did
to
you
go?
pick that gym exactly?
Man, actually, was not my first pick to go in American Top Team as far as a great gym because I just didn't know anyone over there at all. Brazil started going to the huge economic crisis back in 2015. Then I start praying God, like, please open a door in a place where I can achieve my dreams and I can't live in Rio anymore because Brazil was totally broke. No more UFC events. The shows over there didn't pay enough, and I couldn't continue living like that. So my manager back in that time has a contact in American Top Team. We start to talk with Conan Silveira, the head American Top Team, and after a couple months of when can I go there? And I already took my visa to as a tourist to go inside the United States. One day he told me, man, if you want to come this week, we have a space available here in the athlete's house. And if you want to come this week, come this week. Then I bought the ticket for in 2 days. I was there. Then I go. So I pray, but I pray I start learning English over there before to have the opportunity. But I decided, okay, I want to move to America. I just don't know where. I have two options like Alpha Male in California or American Top Team. Alpha Male that time charged the athletes like I don't know 500 a week. I didn't have money at all, and American Top Team was better, and they didn't charge nothing, so was no comparison. So like okay, American Top Team is like but it was just these two kind of negotiations of the jeans and then I started to pay attention who was American Top Team. I never been the guy who study the jeans or who train where. Then I realized, man, American Top Team is the best team in the world. I was not even like paying attention where I going through. I just want a new place to train. Then I start to open the website and see the athletes, the coaches. Like, man, this is really good stuff. Then right now, it's like the gym is my house. I have my picture on the wall, and I fulfill a big dream.
Conan Silveira, a guy who's played a role in a lot of different guys' career, girls and guys in MMA,
Yeah,
best fighters ever. What do you think has made Conan such a great coach?
man, I think he has the feeling, like the skin in the game. He been through a lot of things in his life, and he just share his knowledge with the fighters. And I think this help a lot. Sometimes you just need to know your coach understands you. understand your necessities, and everybody has like feelings and emotions. And I think he's really good to talk with you like as a human being, not only as a fighter, not only as a gladiator. Just talk with you, how you doing, how's your wife, how can I help you to, make your life easier here in America. In the beginning, he did that for me. So he's a great coach.
Over your career, you've had a lot of different moments, a lot of ups, some downs. A weird situation for you, your last fight in the PFL. You had to fight a teammate. Obviously, you had to fight Natan. What was that experience like?
No, it was terrible. My biggest regret at all to accept the fight. In my mind, I was okay. This is my job, is my career. I'm gonna focus. But man, the guy is my brother for real, not like brother like oh he's my training partner. No, I'm always inside his house. Sometimes he come to my house too. He's a godfather of my oldest daughter. We are a family, But his mom called me son. So I thought would be like Goku and Vegeta fighting to achieve something big. When I step in the cage, I regret it all because man, I can't beat him at the way I thought I could, and I regret because I supposed to tell like, but I didn't know it was important to have this experience because never more I will accept something like that. In my mind, I was ready and focused, and I did everything. But when I step over there, it's not like that. Just not like that. So I learned, but I no one could have tell me like, oh, Raush, don't do that because it's a bad idea. Because no one knew how we would, behave inside the cage. But a terrible experience, terrible performance for me. When I look back, like man, this I don't want this never happen anymore because for the fans, it's like embarrassing. Because if you fight good or fight bad, if you try, your best is okay. But that night, when I step in the cage, I realized I took a bad decision, and so I really regret. I really regret.
Following that contest last time you were out, XFC, you took on Dan Moret. Not the performance you were going for, obviously, but do you feel like you have grown and evolved since that performance?
Definitely. After this loss to in XFC, I need to stop thinking why am I doing that. Where is my passion? What was the mistake I did after gain the championship with amazing performance, with like a warhorse heart, and what changed in the middle of the process. Then I realized, man, as far I am a believer, I was speaking about God, but my relationship with God, with Jesus, was not that good at all. And what I built in myself a strong man was my faith in Jesus. It's a long story short, but and this, God make me able after 3 years without no fighting. I step in the PFL and became a championship. So this is what ruled my life. Is God. After I win the championship, like many things, like comfortable with money, praying a lot less, losing the goals, and I start become I'm a weak man in faith. Then at the point you start losing yourself from God, everything is loose. I almost divorced with money. Imagine, with money, I had marriage the whole life. After we had a lot of money, I told women buy whatever you want, let them in peace. So that was how that money was changing my mind, and I didn't realize that a moment. But then God put me in struggle again. Well, like I am a father today, I know I have my kids. When you want to your kids pay attention to you, you need to ground them and put them like to pay attention, think what they are doing. And I realized I was so far from God, being as a hypocrite. And then I make peace with God, and I really living a really good season right now in faith, and I hope this never ends because I choose to do like that. I know right now what is the consequence to like not only to become a champion again. I mean like to never anymore put my trust in money or put my hope in the in life by itself. I came where I came from nothing because I put Jesus first. That was my life because it was an impossible dream. And God gave me everything. And I, little by little, I turned back to Him. And now I return. Now I return. And I'm happy.
So you're taking on Bibert Tumenov on the 15th over in Russia for ACA. Overall, what do you think of him as an opponent?
Really good boxer, high level boxer, strong physically. He's the same size as me. I think we had make the face off today, and I think like he's ready to fight. And I think his game is not a is limited but very efficient. Like he guy came from boxing and defense the takedowns and that's it. Strong hands, but really efficient. But I need to overcome all this game because it's very simple game he has. If he's strong, I'm stronger. If he's fast, I'm faster. If he boxing, I kick. So let us see who gonna be better that night. But I think it's a simple strategy to beat him, and I'm ready. I'm really ready to go there and show everyone this new version of me.
Does it excite you knowing that this is probably going to most likely be a stand-up battle?
Excite me for sure, but I'm ready for everything. Even if I could fight a wrestler, if it was a wrestler, I would be at the same mindset right now. I'm changing my games. I'm ready to take down if it's necessary. To finish this fight in the ground. I'm training a lot of my jiu-jitsu skills, and I thought, man, why not take the risk and be a complete fighter and be like as good God created me to be? Why I'm so afraid of? And I change. I'm ready to take the risk. Doesn't matter what happened. December 15th. I'm ready to take the risk without fear, being brave for sure.
Do you feel like ACA is a promotion where, you can make a home for yourself and chase titles, become one of the faces of the promotion?
Man, I'm really impressed with the structure. Really good hotel, dinner, lunch, and breakfast ready for the fighters specifically. What is important? I structured for you make a really good waiting cut. They are on time for the press conference today. They have the translators. It's really nice to be here in Russia. I already fought in Brazil, America, now Russia, just missing Japan for all the four places I think are the best. And well, only God knows. I have a contract with 6 fights, 2 years where I come first. Am I ready to make these 2 years in the show? I told them like, man, uh, one fight every 4 months is great, but I'm gonna try make one every three. I really wanna be active, and let's see how my body is gonna works to recover and everything. But here's great. So far, so great.
You just mentioned that you want to stay active. What is the reasons for this? Obviously, we're not later in the career. You're in your 30s here. A lot of times, guys want to stay active like that, when they first break into the sport, when
Yeah.
they're lower regional pro. Is this just due to the change you're feeling right now? I mean, are you at such a good mindset? Have you feel like you've evolved so much, you just want to get out there and do as much as possible right now?
Yes, I think the reason to stay active, like for sure, is not, like I 33. I think like I'm getting younger because I'm stronger, faster. Physically, I never been so good. My prime is being like really, thank God, really amazing. And but looking back, I have 20. 4 professional fights. I could be 23. I could have fighting like a lot more because of my 13. I start 20. Of my 13 years of career, 5 or 6 years I didn't fight. Like 3 years before PFL, I didn't fight. In Rio, I probably make like 2 fights a year, and I was like 1 or 2 fights a year for a season. So right now I don't know. I wanna fight now. Probably it's the last season. So like 5 years. So I wanna 5 years with like 3 or 4 fights a year, and to have fun because as soon I stop, I stop. So I don't want to again look back and tell like I regret not that have tried more. No, I don't want to have this regret.
All right, last question for you, Hausch. You're going into battle. You're taking on Bibert Tumenov on the 15th. In the perfect world, what is the outcome when you make your ACA debut?
Head kick second round, win by KO.
Absolutely. Well, Hausch, my friend, thank you so much. You've always been, one of my favorite guests. You're the absolute man, and it's great to talk to you again.
Okay, good talk to you, my friend.
Absolutely. That's it for us tonight. That is Mr. Raush Manfio. I'm Carl Perza. Stick around, fans.